Hello and welcome back to Sharin no Kuni. And yeah, just before I recorded, I sunk deep into my chair. And I'm also kinda tired and I don't really know why I should be tired. And I started to realize, oh god damn it, I didn't really do anything today. Actually, I did something today, and that was more or less exhausting. I mean, I only had to listen most of the time, but still, today I started something new, but that's a little bit too private to go into any detail. I know I told a lot of other private stuff, but this is a different kind of private. That's not a kind of private where I'm really proud of. And I don't even know why I even go to start with that. But anyway, I actually started to realize that I could do a lot of things, and instead I just was lazily sitting around doing nothing. And yeah, that's why I'm going to record an episode of this now. And hopefully this... I'm also in kind of a down phase for my mood, so I hope this either cheers me up or drags me even further down. I don't know what will happen now, and we are at a pretty crossroadish point where where Sachi is about to collapse or getting up again. If they can save Mana or not, it gets a little bit hasty, but I think they can accomplish everything, and if not, fuck this game. Okay, is that alright? Yeah, I think it's alright. Let's freaking start with this. She seemed to be having another nightmare. Great start. She shivered from head to toe, even though she was buried in blankets. Her body twisted and turned, trying to fight off a chill that just wouldn't abate. I injected her with an antibiotic. I injected her with an antibiotic I had found inside of my case, but it didn't do much. It probably didn't work well in combination with the medicine she was taking. Are you telling me that the medicine also stops other medicine from working? Is it just counterproductive against this, or are you implying that the medicine she takes really shuts down the system to a point where not even the bloodstream is fluctuating correctly anymore? I mean, that should be dangerous. If the body turns down so much, she shouldn't even have any nightmares. Ah, what a convoluted mess just to build up tension.
Mana.
Her utterances were mostly incoherent, but that name kept coming up. Mana, the painting's finished. Huh? Mana, what do you think? Oh, Mana, what do you think of the painting? How is it? Do you think it's bad? Forgive me. It looked like she was unable to get the Mana within her dreams to acknowledge her work, no matter what she did. ... I wiped her body down with a towel after listening to her for a bit. I gently took hold of her hand. It almost felt like it was getting thinner. If only you had enough time to sleep. 12 hours in a day. That's way too short for someone trying to do what you are doing. But at least Sachi had finally begun to understand just how important time was. Well, and she didn't find it out about that time is important because of money, but time is important in a living kind of sense. I decided to send in her obligation cancellation papers immediately after she finished the painting. I was gonna have to write a lot. Looked like we were both gonna be pulling some all-nighters. Sorry. I got us started on the paperwork, holding Sachi's hand all the while. Oh wow. When I looked up, I realized that the insects outside weren't making noise anymore. I must have been concentrating so hard that I hadn't noticed them to begin with. So, what will happen in the next morning? Will she still be cheerful and... Uh-oh. No. She's not going to paint today? One's drowsy voice drifted toward me from the telephone receiver. Yeah, make sure you let everyone know. You're the chairman after all. With that, I hung up the phone. Dot dot dot. Dot 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 dots. Talk about your unpredictable weather. Rain was beating against the windows like there was no tomorrow. Thick grey clouds cast an air of ominous portent across the landscape outside. It was 7 AM, we had only 2 days left, counting today, and this rain wasn't really helping the mood any. Oh god, she must feel even crappier than before. Sachi sat up. Great. Sachi. I rubbed her shoulders, propping her up in the process. Good morning. Can you stand? Of course. Wobble. Hey, you idiot! Don't push yourself! Well, actually it's kind of your fault as well. She simply wasn't up to the task today. I had been with her all day yesterday, so I could tell. Are you feeling lightheaded? Huh? Kenichi, you don't sound like Kenichi. Her fever had heightened in severity. What? Why am I at home? She shot me a gaze filled with contempt. It's raining. That aside, you are not up to it right now. You want me to rest? Yeah. Sorry, but I don't have the time for that. She grabbed her bag of painting supplies. I grabbed her hand in turn. Now hold on just a second. It's raining, yes? Won't the color start running if the paper gets wet? It's true. Her words were filled with rancor. Rancor. Almost sounds like wanker, which seems to be a British thing. I only heard it in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series when Bakura did his line. Okay, let's see what Sir or Wanker means. Oh, okay. Let's see. Grudge. Grievance. Okay. Words were filled with grudge. Another word that is unnecessarily hard to pronounce. Wanker. Wanker. Okay, my app is talking to me, that's why I repeat it so often. Okay, wanker. I want to at least look at the sunflowers. It'll help reinforce my mental image and strengthen my resolve. A sharp whiff. Are you fucking serious? Refutation. I know what a refugee is, but Refutation. Oh! So it's more like refuse, okay? Refutation. Objection, counter-argument, argument against. Okay, refutation. But its edge was dulled by the fevered sighs running through it. You should really get some sleep instead.
ダメだって。休んでる時間なんてないの。
No, that won't do. I don't have the time to sleep. Her stance now stood in complete opposition to her stance from the last time it had rained.
こっから先はひらめきが必要だから、少しでも風景に触れていたいの。
I need some more inspiration to finish it up. I want to experience the scenery as much as I possibly can, no matter how little that is. But aren't you drawing the view from a sunny day?
雨に打たれるひまわりを見れば何かひらめくかもしれないじゃん。
Yeah, but I get the feeling that looking at them being pounded by the rain will make something click in my head. You're the one who's gonna get pounded by the rain. Do you have any idea how bad your fever is?
いや、私としては大したことないから。
Nah, this isn't a big deal for me. The direct method had proven ineffective. I would have to resort trying to persuade her. Sachi, you're amazing. I can't believe how far you've come in just a few days. But you need to take today's situation into account. It looks to me like you're reaching your limit. This'll all have been for nothing if you end up collapsing, right? Just take a break for a little bit, okay? How about 3 hours? Yeah, just 3 hours. Maybe the rain will have cleared up by then. I really think this is the wisest course of action. I took care not to make my explanation too overbearing.
ケンイチ。
One look into her eyes was enough to tell me that all of my previous words had been completely wasted.
ごめんね、苦労かけて。
Sorry for causing so much trouble. She smiled.
心配かけてごめんね。
Sorry for making you worry. Why are you apologizing to me? I couldn't help but falter a bit.
よくわかんないけど、ケンイチは優しいなって。
I don't really understand why myself. I just had the thought, whoa, Kenichi is pretty kind.
私みたいなのに構ってくれて嬉しいなって。
I was happy that you'd go to the trouble of caring about someone like me.
なんかあったかいなってよくわかんないこと感じるの。
You're like a warm something. I don't know. It's just a sense I can't really explain. A sense?
頭ぼーっとしてるやつのたわごとだと思ってよ。
Oh, maybe I'm just rambling. I do have a fever after all. She stumbled her way to the door. She had no intention of asking for my help. She had no intention of lending an ear to my half-assed pleadings.
行ってくるね。ケンイチこそ昨日も寝てないんだから休んでなよ。
How does she know that? She isn't totally tuckered out. I'll be going now. You should get some rest yourself, Kenichi. You didn't sleep at all yesterday.
いろいろ言ってくれてありがとうね。でもさ、なんだかんだ言って結局さ。
Thanks for worrying about me and all, but, well, what can I say?
私、絵描くの好きだから。
I just love painting. That smile blew away everything I thought I had known. I had been trained quite thoroughly in the past, all for the purpose of becoming a special high-class individual. Among this training was the study of psychology and of the necessary techniques to manage and manipulate people. So maybe, somewhere in the back of my head, I had been thinking that managing a couple of girls in a hick town like this would be no problem. But that wasn't it. Sachi hadn't been the one taking me lightly. I had been the one underestimating Sachi. She had won a prestigious award as a mere child. She had managed to keep on living all by herself after her parents died in a revolt. Who the hell was I to make light of her? Wait, Sachi. I would have to start over from the beginning.
なーに？顔洗ってないんだから、あんま見ないでよ。
What is it? Come on, don't stare at me. I haven't washed my face yet. Let's go. I'll carry you. You can sleep for as long as it takes to get there at least. The sunflowers bathed in the doorway.
ケンイチ、ありがとう。
I opened the umbrella and we huddled under it together while watching the sunflowers. I caught myself gazing at her profile. Her face was haggard, but her eyes shone with a brilliant light. They darted to and fro, fluttered open and shut, and focused here and there. I couldn't begin to imagine just what she was painting inside of her head. Those eyes of hers didn't waver from their course, even in the midst of a coughing fit.
ああ、なるほどね。
Oh, so that's it.
そっか。
I see. Did something click?
うん。このままじゃダメだってことが分かった。
Yep, I've realized that continuing like this isn't going to do me... Wait, like this isn't doing me any good. Which means?
何かがね、足りないっぽいよ。
There's just something missing. I see. I just nodded and listened to her abstract explanation.
赤、青、黄色、ひまわり。
Red, blue, yellow, sunflower.
なんだろう。わからない。
I wonder what it is. I just can't quite get it. You okay?
焦らない焦らないと。
Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Hey Sachi, sorry if this is just talking out of my ass, but I ingratiated myself before her. I can't remember that word to hear. No, it's an A. Ingratiate. There we go. I ingratiated ingratiated. I think. Ingratiated. Okay. Okay, ingratiated. We translate. Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. Is this really the white vocabulary? I mean, I ingratiated myself before her. Okay, there's no... This is the actual word, but I never heard it before. I know now what the translation means, but does it make sense in this sentence? I ingratiated myself before her. In this context, it sounds a little bit weird. Well, it makes sense in and of itself as a sentence to me now, but it doesn't make sense in the context of what he's about to do. Well, first, have you decided on a title for the piece? Just then. What is it? What's wrong?
決めてなかったよ。
I haven't decided.
テーマも決めずに書いてた。だからか。
I had been painting... Oh god, no, I almost coughed. I had been painting without a theme, so that's why. Laughter coursed through her body.
危なかったよ。このまま書いてたらいつまで経っても完成しなかったと思う。
That was close. Man, I don't think I would have been able to finish it if I kept that up. Really?
いや、私さ、昔と同じ構図で書いてるって言ったじゃん？
Well, I told you that I was painting the same thing as I did before, right? Yeah?
リベンジのつもりだったんだけどさ、それって間違ってたわけだよ。
I had been thinking of this as revenge, but I don't think that's really the right way to go about things. What do you mean exactly? Please explain in a way such that a dumbass like myself can understand.
つまりね、ガキの頃の自分と戦ってもしょうがないってこと。
I mean that, like, fighting against myself as a kid would be pointless. Dot dot.
技術は完全に衰えてるし、感性も変わってるのに、どうして同じような絵を描けるっていうのよ。
I've gotten rusty since then, and I don't see the world the same way either. So then, why would I try to paint the same picture again? Oh ho ho!
ああ、やっちゃったよ。なんかずれていくなって思ってたんだよね。
Oh man, I screwed up. I had been thinking that something was off. So what are you gonna do now?
考え方そのものがずれてたのよ。賞を取ろうとしてどうするのよ。
I had been going about this in the wrong way entirely. What's the point of aiming for a prize? I see. I think I'm starting to get what you mean. Is she talking about painting for something, what you get out of it? For example, the money, or the admiration of others, or whatever you can get out of a painting. But I think what she means now is that she should paint for the love of painting itself. For painting is an art, so she has to paint for the art itself. For the love of... Ugh. I think you know what I want to go here for. I mean, she loves painting, and painting is an art. And she should paint for the painting's sake. So for the painting's sake. God damn it, it's so hard to make up words right now. Well, I don't make them up, but I guess you know what I mean. Sometimes I just get into stutter because I can't formulate the right sentences I actually want to say. So being... I still don't know how to really formulate it into words. You don't create art for what you get out of it, but you create for the sake of art itself. For the thing you love. It's actually like with a person. You don't share as much stuff for a person because you try to later gain something out of it, but you should do it out of the kindness of your heart, that you treat other people nice, or aka your friends, your best friends, your girlfriends and boyfriends and all that. You don't anticipate anything out of it. You just want them to give them a good feeling for their sake of having a good feeling, and not because you want to gain anything out of it. Is that maybe a good... I don't know. Well, you can tell me that in the comments if I made any sense in the last 2 or 3 minutes.
子供の頃の恐れを知らない感性があればまだしも、ダラダラしてた私が今さらご立派な絵を描こうだなんて、そりゃ無理な話よ。
Okay, I missed the point entirely. An innocent kid could go after something like that with no problem, but for someone filled with years of resentment like me, it just ain't happening. But the current you has something that the old you didn't.
そう。
Right!
マナがいるじゃん。
I have mana!
マナに帰ってきてもらうために絵を描いてるわけじゃん。
I'm doing this so Mana can come back after all. Her voice dripped with purity.
タイトルはマナで決定。
The title of this piece will be Mana! Not a trace of greed or ambition was to be found within those words. Just one earnest, naive desire. Well, I'm not that far off then, I guess. I guess it was a good idea to come out here after all, eh?
早速帰って描き直すよ。
Yep, let's hurry home and we do it! You've seen enough?
あとはだいたい頭の中の作業だよ。もちろん景色を見ながらの方がいいけど、雨じゃしょうがないしね。
I've got most of it in my head. It'd be best to paint while looking at the scenery, of course. But the rain doesn't leave us much choice and all.
昨日まで描いてた絵を見ながら、また一から描き直すよ。
I'll start over using this picture as a reference. Wait, you want to start the whole picture over? You want to start over from scratch again? Is this even possible that you can do it while being sick within 2 days, where she only has 12 hours per day, and inside those 12 hours she also has to do other stuff, like maybe sleeping or get rest or anything? Will you make it in time? Can't you... Wait, can't you just add stuff on top of what you already did?
色は塗る順番が決まっててさ、下手にやり直したりすると余計に時間がかかったり、完成度が落ちたりするのよ。
You gotta do the coloring in a certain order. Just trying to paint over it all haphazard. I know what it means, but I can't pronounce it. Like that will make the end result a piece of crap.
大丈夫。私下絵を描くのは早いから、きっと一日でも描ききれると思う。
Don't worry, I'm pretty fast at sketching, so I think I can finish it in a day. I see. Oh, so that's why you said you could finish it in a day.
そうそう、やる気の問題ね。あとはいいモチーフに恵まれるかどうか。
Wait, what? Yep, it's all about motivation. No, I just gotta hope that I can get a good motive with an F and not VE out of this. Is this just a typo, or is motive an actual word? That would be motive. Wait, what? This is motive with an F is the same as the same as motive with an E? That's the same thing, just written in a little different. Alright, then I leave it to you. Sachi cracked her knuckles with a look of satisfaction on her face. Cold germs were no match for her determination. Dun dun! I carried Sachi back to the room. She woke up shortly afterwards. Hey, you should eat something first. I gave her some preserved food, left over from the caving expedition.
ありがとう。ついでにあの超まずいジュースも飲ませてよ。
Thanks! While you're at it, get me some of that super awful juice. Seriously?
今ならゴキブリだって食べてみせるさ。
I could even eat a cockroach right about now. She laughed fearlessly and bit into the ration, even though she probably didn't have the appetite for it. You're going to sketch in here? Should I clean things up a bit? Sachi indicated that she would painting in the corridor. Then I'd get it ready. Really? In that cold corridor? I set up her easel and stool for her. Sachi soon emerged into the hall, carrying the painting she had been working on yesterday. What are you going to do with that one?
基本的な構図はこのままだから、途中までは模写しようと思ってね。
The basic composition is pretty much the same, so I'll be copying some of it. I see. So it's up to your imagination after that.
マナをね、画面の中央に乗っけてやろうと思ってさ。
I'm thinking of putting Mana in the center. Sounds good. She shouldn't be too hard to imagine either.
でしょ?
Right? Uh-oh. Sachi suddenly clasped a hand to her stomach. Hey!
いや、平気。なんかさっき食べたのがお腹に来たみたいだね。
Don't worry. I'm fine. The stuff I ate just hit my stomach.
吐いたら余計疲れるしね。
I'll just get more tired if I throw up. She gritted her teeth and took a deep breath.
それじゃあ、一丁やりますか。
Alright, one painting coming up. Sachi grabbed a pencil and sat down on the stool. I can't imagine how someone can put so much determination, effort, and power while being so sick. For me, it's unimaginable so far. Maybe I haven't experienced something like this before. I sat and watched Sachi in silence. It was like she was trying to drown out the sound of the rain with the scribbling of her pencil. Nothing disturbed her concentration. The other residents of the dorm didn't so much as peek outside of the rooms. That said, I was unable to conceal my unease. Sachi had gone several days without sleeping. Working so fiercely wasn't healthy. No matter how optimistic they may be, humans have limits. The chill brought about by the prolonged rain was surely taking a toll on Sachi. People like to say that they are not physically capable of something as an excuse, but I don't think that would be the case here. Wait, what? People like to say that they are not physically capable of something. Oh, okay, yeah. However, in the end, the only person capable of understanding what was going through Sachi's head was Sachi herself. It was presumptuous for someone as healthy as I was to say that he even began to understand how rough it was on her. Well, you got beaten quite fiercely. Sachi ended up spending about 2 hours on the sketch, then started preparing her paints. She adjusted her various pigments of the new palette she had selected. But just then... Uh-oh. I don't really remember what happened after that. I just know that I rushed over to her. That I looked into her agonized face. That I panicked at the sight of the spilled paints. And that I had been frantically shouting her name. She lay crumpled against the wall. Sachi, don't give up on me now! She was trembling all over. Oh no! My arm! She hurt her arm? Her arm can't move anymore? Her painting arm? What sort of pain is it? It took her white arm, the arm she had been holding a pencil with just moments before. Great! I don't know. It's kind of aching. Sounds like you pulled a muscle. I felt around her upper arm. Indeed, her muscles were pulled taut. Okay, what does taut mean again? I mean, I heard that thing before, but I'm not entirely sure. Why is it sometimes not loading immediately? Oh. Okay. Wait. I almost have it. Stay calm. Okay. There are also words like erect, packed, and sturdy. So it's not good in that case. She had probably injured it by letting it get cold out in the rain and then suddenly forcing it into action. And what now? Seriously? It's because I had to do all this at once, huh? Damn it! She couldn't manage to choke back her tears. Take a deep breath. I massaged her contracted muscles in an attempt to warm them back up. Cold sweat went down her brow. Don't worry, it'll stop hurting soon. Yeah, it's getting a little better. Hold on just a sec. I'll bring some hot water. You're pretty knowledgeable about this stuff, huh? Does it still hurt? I submerged Sachi's arm in the wash basin I had filled with hot water. Yeah, but man, I was really seeing stars a second ago. You should rest it for a while. Please, don't give me that look. Talent is worthless if your body can't handle it. How long is a while? The rest of the day, at least. No way! We won't make it in time! Sachi, please. If you end up tearing a muscle, it's not going to be pretty. But... Sachi's composure fled.
今日中にせめて大まかな部分だけでも塗っちゃわないと明日の12時間だけじゃ。
If I don't at least start some of the painting today, then I'm not gonna be able to finish it in under 12 hours tomorrow. I'm sorry, but...
そんな風に頭を下げられたら。
What? Don't bow your head at me. I'm sorry. I tried to soothe her raging heart with a gesture of sincerity.
わかったよ。
Huh? I don't get it. Alright.
全部私のせいだもんね。
It's my fault anyway.
今まで少しずつ書いていればこんなことにならなかったんだもんね。
None of this would have happened if I had gotten started sooner. ...
だから明日でやるしかないね。ごめん、心配かけて。
We have no choice but to wait for tomorrow then. Sorry for giving you a scare.
前、雨が降った時さ、私すごい不機嫌だったじゃん。
Remember the last time it rained? I was in a really bad mood then. Last time it rained, you mean 2 days ago, I think.
体調がマジで悪くてさ、眠くてさ、なんか八つ当たりしないと気が済まなかったっていうか、どうかしてたと思う。
I was really out of it. I felt like I had to take it out on someone else in order to feel better. Something must have really been wrong with me. Well, you're pretty mellow now, and your physical condition is even worse.
いや、全然ダメだよ。
No, this just won't do.
そもそも本当のプロはこういう時に体壊したりしないもん。
A real pro wouldn't have injured themselves like this in the first place.
ゴールを決めるまで骨折に気づかないサッカー選手とか、ツアー中に風邪をひかないミュージシャンとか。
You know, like the soccer player who doesn't realize he fractured his leg until after he makes the goal. Or the musician who never catches colds while on tour. Those are just canned novelties. Do you know just how many pros there are out there who had to quit what they were doing after some incident? He's monologuing, he is not talking to her. I didn't say what I was thinking, of course.
私、天才とか呼ばれたことあるけど、全然そんなことない。
Everyone calls me genius or whatever, but that's just not it at all.
弱い。
I'm weak! She spat the words out.
私は弱い。
I'm so weak! She wrapped her left arm around her right, as if to curse its uselessness.
だから、やらなきゃ。
I heard that sentence before, but I think it was not where you think it was. Or maybe it was exactly where you think it was. That's why I have to do this. You should get some sleep until 7. That way you'll be better rested for tomorrow. Yep, would be the best idea. She took a glance at her painting. Monochrome in its entirety.
ごめんね。
I'm sorry. The next word to come out of Sachi's mouth was the name of the picture. Mana. Sachi couldn't get any sleep. She just tossed and turned over and over in bed. I couldn't begin to imagine how frustrated she was.
ケンイチ。
Go to sleep.
なんか興奮しちゃって、すごい眠いはずなのに眠れない時ってあるでしょ。そんな感じ。
I know those feelings. Yeah, I'm kind of agitated though. You know those times when you're really tired, but you just can't seem to fall asleep? That's how I'm feeling now. Just close your eyes and meditate. What?
ねえ、ケンイチ。
Lay down with her and warm her, whatever. Come on. I think that's the next question. Hey, yeah, she said, hey, Kenichi. I had just told her to sleep.
明日で、ひょっとしてケンイチともお別れなのかな？
Are we going to say farewell tomorrow? By farewell, you mean
なんかたくさん書類あるよ。
you have a lot of documents prepared. This is a report containing a record of your actions up to the completion of your painting. I'm going to apply for the nullification of your obligation.
私、そんなに頑張ってないよ。
I didn't really work that hard. That's not true at all. Think about how much money you're earning with this one painting. If the people with the capability to give you your time back... Wait, what? If the people with the capability to give you your time back judge that you can continue contributing to society in such a way, then your obligation is done and dusted.
私、またダラダラし始めるかもよ。
I might just start lazing around again, you know? ...
またネットカジノにハマって寂しさを紛らわすために誰かと暮らして強引に洞窟探検に誘ったり。
I might get addicted to net casinos again. To net casinos. Casinos again. Find someone to live with out of loneliness. And force them to go cave exploring again. Sachi, please. Have a little more faith in yourself.
でもケンイチの言う通り、私って根がサボり屋だからさ。今はいいけど絵を描いてまたちょっと慣れてきた時に今と同じ気持ちでいられるかどうか。
But you're right. At heart, I'm nothing but a slacker. Things are fine now, but I don't know what it will be like once I get used to painting again. I wanted to tell her that someone like her would never do something like that. But I had seen too many people lose themselves to fame and fortune to do that. So no encouraging lies came out of my mouth. Talk about a real bastard, only caring about telling the truth at times like this.
ケンイチは私の監督が終わったら次はトウカとか夏美の面倒を見るんでしょ？
After my supervision ends, you'll be looking after Tooka or Natsumi, won't you? Yeah, I'll be in town for a while though, so I tried to make some time to check up on you.
本当はずっと私のそばで私のマネージャーをしてほしいんだけどね。
I'd prefer it if you could stay with me as my manager all the time. Well, your obligation won't be cleared immediately. There's a probationary period, kind of like what you get with suspended sentences in those sci-fi novels. So we'll at least see each other then.
そっか、世話になるね。
I see. Always in your debt, huh? Hey, you should be getting to sleep.
うん、すぐ寝るから。
Yeah, I will. Sachi just stared at my face for a while.
ケンイチを無理やり部屋に誘ってよかったよ。
Good thing I strong-armed you into staying in my room. Indeed, I'm pretty happy to have a place to stay myself, though I can't help but wonder if my acceptance of your proposal reflected poorly on my degree of common sense.
タバコやめた方がいいよ。
Yep, you should stop smoking pot. You know, you should probably quit smoking. I guess smoking inside the room was kinda pushing it.
森ケンブームももう終わりだね。
It looks like the Modiken boom is coming to an end. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? You suck at determining booms.
そんなことないって。ケンイチが遅れてるだけだよ。
That's not true. You're just behind the times. I couldn't help but laugh.
洞窟探検、やばかったけど楽しかったよ。
That trip into the cave was kinda dangerous, but it sure was fun. I was pretty impressed by your athletic performance.
溝にはまった時さ、マジでケンイチを疑ったよ。
I almost lost faith in you back when I got trapped in that ditch, you know? I thought I'd try giving you a bit of a scare.
いや、あれも私が勝手に先に進んだせいだしね。ごめんね、わがままし放題で。
Well, that was because I went ahead, wasn't it? Sorry for just being selfish all the time. Nah, that's your selling point.
テンション高いかな。
My high tension? You're not very tense right now, though. You're not very tense right now, though.
はしゃいでいられる状況じゃないしね。
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, now's not the time to be getting worked up. She paused for a light coughing fit. Oh.
わがままついでに、もう一個だけ最後のわがまましていいかな。
Can I add one more thing to my list of selfishness? What is it?
いや、みんなには悪いんだけどさ。
Well, this might make me feel bad for everyone else, but... Everyone?
うん。明日は、ケンイチがいいの。
Yeah. Tomorrow, I just want Kenichi. Huh?
いや、だから、私ってマジでケンイチが好きだからさ、明日は二人きりがいいなって。
You know, I really do love you. So tomorrow, I'd rather that we be alone together. Come on, you know how I am with stuff like that.
いいじゃん。これからずっとデートとかできなそうだし。
Come on, we won't be having any opportunities for dates after this. How tactless can you get? Come on, you should know better than anyone just how important tomorrow is.
そんなの知ってるって。ただ、ケンイチだけが私を見てくれてるって状況が上がるの。
Yeah, I know. If you're watching me, if you are the only person watching me, then things will be on the rise. Exclamation mark and... God damn it, I forgot the word for it. Question mark, oh yeah. I didn't need a mirror to tell that my face was bright red.
お願い。私のこと好きなんでしょ？
Please, you love me, don't you? Yeah.
みんなにも一日中あんなクソ暑い場所にいさせるのも悪いしね。夏美は暑さで倒れたこともあるみたいだし、10日もお母さんから言われてる用事がたくさんあるだろうし。
I don't want everyone standing around in that heat. Anyway, Natsumi's apparently already collapsed once, and Toroka has lots of stuff that her mom wants her to take care of. Alright, sure, I give them a call. What an embarrassing prospect.
包み隠さず、サチが二人きりがいいって言ったからって伝えてね。なんか後ろめたいから。
Oh, that's just precious. Don't hide anything. Just tell them that I want to be alone with you. I will feel guilty otherwise. Got it. I needed to think of a roundabout way to say that.
それじゃあ、また明日ね。
See you tomorrow then. Go get him.
ありがとう。今までありがとう。
Thanks. Thanks for everything.
ずっとそばにいてくれて、見捨てないでいてくれて、
Thanks for always standing by my side. Thanks for not abandoning me.
まだ絵は完成していないけど、私、絵が完成した瞬間にぶっ倒れそうだから先に言っておくね。
I haven't finished the painting yet, but I'm probably going to collapse as soon as I do. I'll let you know ahead of time. She slowly relaxed her body.
本当にお世話になりました。
Really, thanks for everything. She bowed her head, leaving behind the memory of a smile that was as clear as a beautiful summer morning. ... Dots, a lot of them. And then Sachi slept. Her words to me a second ago could have been compared to those of a prisoner about to be released. But the words criminal or prisoner didn't apply to Sachi. This society had overstepped its boundaries when it had made laziness into a crime. Oh, props to that realization. Props to that. Sorry for not being able to do anything for you. Tomorrow you're gonna be free. I make sure of it. I clutched Sachi's tiny hand while muttering my usual soliloquy. The sound of the rain was now very distant indeed. Okay. I think I go up until this is finished up. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'm not sure yet. It made you wonder where yesterday's rain had gone to. Apparently it had just been the harbinger of some very fine weather indeed. The music sounds very, I don't know, uplifting. The sun had begun to peek out above the mountain range. The sky was already the deep blue color of summer. It was the dawn of the most important day of Sachi's life. 7 a.m. The vivid golden sunlight was as awe-inspiring as ever. What was left of yesterday's rain fell in rivulets from the sunflowers. The smell of wet soil would soon dissipate, only to be replaced with the overpowering aroma of the flowers. She looks terrible. What a pleasant morning! Sachi stretched and said hello to the day. Her facial muscles were slackened with fatigue, but her tone of voice and vivid motions belied an inner strength. I had already completed the preparations for her. Alright! Today I'm gonna give it my all at full power like never before! She trod lightly over to the canvas. ... All I could do now was wait. I stood watching her with my arms crossed, as if I thought to show piety. Whatever that means. I don't want to look it up now. 9 a.m., 2 hours later. Sachi must have been continuing from where she had left off yesterday. A pencil was positively dancing across the canvas. She would occasionally sneak a glance at the picture she had set up beside her, the one she had been working on until yesterday. Of course. She coughed over and over like there was something stuck in her throat that she just couldn't get rid of. But as usual, her pencil didn't cease in its movements even once. She was painting while coughing? 11 a.m. 4 hours later. No wait, 3 more. 2 more hours? Yeah, 2 more. The sunflower field was now garbed in the heat of midday. Sachi, are you going to eat? ... She shook her head slightly. Her eyebrows were arched. Her cheeks were flushed. Beads of sweat played upon her brow. Sachi was in a hurry. She had wanted to finish up the less specific tasks yesterday, which meant that she did not have much time left. Her painting had colors here and there, mostly in the darker parts, but was still mostly monochrome. Sachi removed the brush from the pitcher she had set on the ground beside her, scattering droplets of water into the sunlight around her.
Mana.
She was trying to wipe away her own anxiety with the strokes of her brush. "1 p.m. My cell phone rang. I was worried that I might have disrupted Sachi, but that proved to be a needless concern. Morita here. Is it finished? Mizuki Masaomi asked me just one thing. Not yet. There's still time. Mizuki told me flatly that he would bring Mana here at precisely 8 p.m. If the painting was not complete by then, he would leave town with Mana immediately. I believe the deadline was at 9 tomorrow, yes? If you so wished, you could simply present her with the money for a half-finished piece of garbage, correct? No, I would never do something like that. That would be an insult to both Sachi and Mana. So Mitsuhiro is now painting for the sake of the girl she took in as a sister then? That's correct. I will not be purchasing the finished product if Mana is unhappy with it. Mizuki let out a rare sigh of admiration. I'll be looking forward to it. And then he hung up, just like that. I was already using the phone, so I decided to make sure that the money was ready to be transferred. The president of the bank I had been dealing with ensured me that the money would be transferred day or night, rain or shine, earthquakes or thunderstorms, explosions or war. No, of course not. I made that up, the last thing. The last few things. Buying Sachi's painting would cost me all of the property I had accumulated so far, but that was fine by me. Wow! This is something of the story I almost can't believe. Cost me all of the property he accumulated, so basically his whole existence? On the other hand, this is a great metaphor. I mean, a human life is not worth all the money in the world. I think that's some kind of metaphor you can put into that. Or alive. I don't want to contradict anything. A life is worth more than any money. That's what I want to say. I don't want to exclude anyone or anything. Life is worth more than sheer money. After all, it was a small price to pay. Watching Sachi giving it all she had convinced me of that. 3 p.m. The heat of midday had reached its apex. The road stretching out before me seemed to convulse from the heat. Sachi temporarily left her perch and requested a towel from me. This could be bad. ... She wiped her face, but though she could rid it of sweat, she could not cleanse it of the suffering written all across it. Just 4 more hours, huh?
もう少し画面を引き締めてから水性ペン、いや、とっととマナを描かないと全体のコントラストも。
I need to tighten it up a bit more. Water-based pen? No, I need to add mana to the picture as soon as possible, and then work on the contrast. Wait, she hasn't even added mana yet? Oh god! How's that even physically possible to draw that fast? With water colors! She had said that she was going to add mana to the center of the piece.
太陽が夕日になる前に色合いだけは決めちゃわないと。
I need to decide on at least the tint I want to use before evening comes. She was at a loss for what to do. Mana wouldn't be coming back if she couldn't complete it. You should finish the portion that you need to capture as accurately as possible while you still can.
やってる。それはそろそろ終わるよ。
Yeah, I will. Those are almost done.
問題はマナ。
The problem is mana.
こんな時に今一つあの子のイメージが固まらないの。
It's funny, but I just can't seem to picture her in my head.
ずっと一緒に暮らしてたのに、いっつもニコニコして私に構ってくれてたのに。
Even though we lived together for so long, and she would always greet me with a smile.
つまり私の中のマナのイメージなんてその程度のものなのかって、そんな風に軽くマナを意識してたのかって。
So, are my feelings for Mana this weak? Is this how much I care about her? Sachi! You are thinking too much. Just be quiet and move your brush. If your feelings for Mana are really that weak, then why do you look so sad? Why are you refusing to sleep? Why are you refusing to take a break? I can't tell you what's going on inside your head, but your body is acting like the best older sister in the world right now. I could see myself in Sachi's eyes.
ありがとう。
She turned back to the painting once more and continued. 3 o'clock, huh? We still had plenty of time. 4 hours, right? "5 p.m., 2 hours left. The sky had begun to bleed. Sachi's right arm continued working itself to death. I had snuck a glance at her painting earlier. It looked like she had reached the phase where she could use only her imagination as a guide. I had thought that the setting was evening, but she painted the sky a vibrant blue. The sunflowers ranged from green to red. The leaves branching off of them almost looked like hands. Sachi painted over the same areas over and over again, with a variety of colors. The way she managed to create a single, pure color from such a mixture stunned me. Sachi suddenly let out a sigh. She let her head droop. She looked very discouraged. Sachi?
大丈夫。
I'm okay, she replied hoarsely. Hoarsely. Not a horse, but, you know, I don't know.
やらなきゃ。
I have to do this. She scolded herself and sat upright once more. Oh god, this is a new picture. I haven't seen that one before. Where she looks really, really sick. Well, she could look sicker, but she doesn't look as focused anymore. Sachi's appearance underwent a notable change around 6 p.m. Uh-oh. Shit! Her breathing became ragged. Her feet pounded restlessly against the ground.
このままじゃ
At this rate... Dot. She had to paint mana. No.
くそこれも全部私が今まで時間を無駄にしてきたからだ
Damn it all. This is because I wasted all of that time.
最初の期限は10日もあったのに10日もあれば余裕でもっとすごい絵が描けるのに
I started out with 10 days. 10 days would have let me make a much better painting. You're not going to make it? Uh-oh. She had just now realized that I was standing next to her.
やってみるよやってみるよやってみるけど
No, I do it. But... I stared at her painting. Egg haste. Okay, what does egg haste mean? Show it to me. Magic phone. Oh! Bewildered. Stunned? No, this is not the... Or is it? No. The words I saw in German there were negative words. Cast bewildered. Bewildered, we translate bewildered. Oh god, yeah, that wait, I think I found what it says for me in German. Uncertain, rattled, anxious, insecure, unsettled. Something is horribly wrong right now. The area where mana was supposed to be was pure white. Sachi noticed my shock and spoke.
他はほとんど終わってるんだけどどうしてもそこだけ描き進められないの
Wait, so she has a silhouette of her already, but she can't fill it? Or is it more like a globe thing? Everything else finished, but I just can't seem to make any progress there.
マナに会いたい一目だけでも
I want to see her again, if only for a moment. She dabbed at her palette and muttered a prayer.
このままもう二度と会えないだなんて
If things keep going like this, I'll never see her again.
私のせいでマナが外国に連れて行かれるだなんて私これからどの面下げて生きていけば
I don't know I'll be able to live with myself if Mana gets sent away because of me. A brush, which had not faltered even once during her coughing fits, now began to tremble. It's 6:30. Wait! She would need to paint Mana in half an hour?
あと30分
Only 30 minutes? Can you do it? Can you fill in that blank space in 30 minutes? Sachi jolted upright.
ケンイチ
Uh-oh.
ケンイチ私あんたに
Kenichi, I have something. What's up? I don't think you have the time to be chatting with me now.
そうだけどそうなんだけど
Yes, that's true, but
どうしても頼みたいことがあるの
there's something I really need to ask you. I made every effort to control my breathing.
私どうなってもいいから
I don't care what happens to me. The expression on her face could only have been described as ghastly.
強制収容所でも何でも連れて行ってくれて構わないから
I don't care if you sent me to a concentration camp or whatever. She looked serious. But my life as a special high-class individual cadet would be over if I failed to uphold an obligation as simple as this one. To uphold? Don't you want to do the difference of upholding but faltering it and get rid of it? Oh, uphold! Okay. He knows already what she's about to ask. Please! My time! Could she finish that sentence? Could she ask me to increase her time? Yes, you dumbass! But she stopped her bow at a strange angle. She slowly raised her face back up to eye level. What is it? This is wrong. Huh? It would be a huge mistake. Having you help me out by cleaning up the consequences of my laziness. It was close. I almost got both you and Mana dragged into this mess. I see. She had done well to resist that urge. The egocentric Sachi was now attempting to shoulder all of the responsibilities without relying on others. Hang in there! I impulsively offered her a shout of encouragement. Encouragement! But... Time's up. A bust of Mana now adorned the center of the painting. Wait, what? Am I... That means she's done, right? Wait. A bust of Mana now adorned the center. Oh no, this means she's not done. A bust means broken. Wait, we translate? Bust broken, gone, down the drain, vanished. A vanished Mana now adorned the center of the painting? Really? This is not good. Wait, are we translated? Let's see, I retranslate something else. That means that the spot on the painting was left blank. Is that right? Am I getting that right? But it was a pale imitation of the real thing. Wait. So... Oh no. No, so it actually meant something like it's a broken, a really hazily, not very well made painting of Mana is there. Wait, was it? Wait, a bust of Mana. A bust of Mana. Wait, can I... There, bust of a girl. A bust of a girl? Okay. A bust of a girl. Wait. No. Oh, bust means so many different words. I don't know if this is... But it was a pale imitation of the real thing. Even an amateur could see that. This painting was not completed. Sachi's mouth gaped in abject shock. She rapidly alternated between looking at me and looking at the painting. What? Already?
もう30分経ったの？
It's already been 30 minutes?
嘘！だってさっき描き始めたばっかり。
No way! I just started painting a minute ago!
そんなやだよ。
No, it can't be! She couldn't even bring herself to focus her eyes on her incomplete painting. A shriek seemed like it could burst forth from her lips at any moment.
こんなことって。
It can't end like this! And so the clock hand fell upon 7. Mizuki Masaomi showed up at 8 o'clock on the dot, as he had promised. He limped his way toward me, using his cane for support. A small figure trailed behind him. It was a foreign girl.
Keiji!
She pattered up to me. She was as carefree as usual. It's been a while, Mana. You be doing okay?
何にもしなくても毎日ご飯出てきて楽ちんだったよ。
Yep, I get food every day without having to do anything. It's the easy life. I guess Pops had been pretty nice to her.
あれ？
Mana's gaze fell by the roadside.
現状の詳細な報告を。
Report on the current situation. Mizuki tilted his head down at me. What do you mean by report? The situation is as you see it. As soon as I said that, a murderous look flashed through his eyes.
どういうことだ？
What is this?
どうして？
Why?
現在は午後8時を回っているな。
Wait, she's still awake? It is currently past 8 p.m., is it not? What about it?
どうして光弘幸が？
Wait! Wait! Is she still painting while being stopped? Is that what's happening here? Can she withstand the medicine so he can prove that she took the medicine but can still paint while not being even conscious? Well, that would be crazy, wouldn't it? So then, why is Mitsuhiro Sachi's... ...
罪を許されているのだ。
crime being permitted.
お姉ちゃん。
Oh, so they did it after all. "8 p.m. Sachi remained amid the now sunless sunflower field, holding her brush. I permitted her action personally.
それはつまり職務怠慢ということか。
In other words, you are neglecting your duties?" He already understood the trick, but he questioned me anyway. "I am not neglecting my duties. If you will recall, I reduced Sachi's time to 10. Then, 8 hours earlier, acting under the auspices of special guidance. However, since I acted in opposition to the original law, I decided to allot the hours I had previously denied her to be used at a later time." EA, I don't really know what that means right now. Now, in consideration of her fundamental human rights, to be honest, the total comes to an additional 12 hours combined with her original 12.
小賢しい。
How shrewd. Is he allowed to do that? He bent the rule to his will. How shrewd. Oh, it means cunning. Shrewd means also wait, we translate smart, sharp, clever, crafty, shifty, sly, canny, savvy. Shrewd. Wow! I knew it! The moment I read that, I realized it, and I think you could see it on my face, and I realized that's what was happening.
初めからそのつもりだったのだろう。
You planned this from the start, didn't you? I wouldn't dream of it.
お前は光弘の危機意識を煽るために時間を奪い、やがて光弘が真に時間を必要とするその瞬間を待っていたのだ。
You deprived Mitsuhiro Sachi of her time in order to agitate her sense of crisis, and then waited for a moment when that time would be absolutely necessary for her.
だらけている状態ではどうせ無駄にしてしまう時間をうまく貯金していたつもりか。さすが元経営者。資源の無駄遣いをよーく避ける。
You intended to save up the time she would have ended up just wasting away, yes? Your skill at management shows itself here. You have done well in avoiding a waste of resources. And he had predicted that this would happen himself. That's why he had let me off with a warning.
だが警告したはずだ。
However, I do believe that I have already given you a warning. So what was he planning to do for a repeat offense?
貴様のやったことは特別指導の範疇を超えている。一人の行動人が何の申請もなく活動時間を操作することは許されない。
Uh-oh. What you have perpetrated exceeds the boundaries of special guidance. High-class individuals do not have the authority to manage a rehabilitate's active time without an application. Without an application, I mean. I'll accept whatever punishment you have to give me. However, please understand that Mitsuhiro is sinless in this.
ダメだ。
I'm afraid not. What?
お前に自分が間違っていると叩き込むには、どうやら光弘の助けがいるようだな。
It seems that Mitsuhiro's assistance will be required in making you realize the error of your ways. He slowly approached Sachi as he was... Wait? He slowly approached Sachi as he was wont to do. That sentence doesn't make any sense. Mana looked at me nervously.
つまりはこういうことだ。今懸命に筆を取る光弘の腕をへし折らねばならない。
I will put it simply. This arm that Mitsuhiro is painting so diligently with, well, we are just going to have to break it. Why? How and why? Was he serious?
光弘にどれだけ才能があろうと、もともとまともな市場価格に照らし合わせて、森田が財産のほとんどを投げ出すような価値ある絵になるはずがないのだ。
Regardless of how talented Mitsuhiro is, there's no way she's capable of producing something that is worth nearly your entire monetary value. Of course. However, I'm considering this an investment in the future in her future potential. Mizuki slowly shook his head after hearing my explanation.
同情しているのだろう。力のない人間が努力している姿に、その熱意や意志というものに、お前は巨額の金を払う気なのだ。
You are sympathizing with her, are you not? A powerless human showing such resolve and strength of will. That is what you are willing to pay. That is what you are willing to pay such a large sum of money for. Am I not correct? I cannot deny that such feelings play a role in it.
いや、それが全てだ。
No, that is all there is. What a big dick he is! I don't understand.
これからお前が心の奥底で崇拝している、その熱意や意志というものが、どれほど弱いものか証明してやる。
Those qualities you hold in such high esteem, I will now demonstrate just how weak they are. He stretched out his arm. Its destination was Sachi's right arm. She had not even acknowledged Hoizuki's presence. My body reacted at once. Don't touch her! I grabbed Hoizuki's wrist.
悪くない顔つきだ。さすがに南方紛争を生き残っただけのことはある。
Nice eyes you have there. Just what you'd expect from a survivor of the Southern dispute. He gave a thin smile.
簡単なことだ。
It's quite simple.
特別高等人には人を管理成長させる能力が求められる。
We are seeking the ability to promote and manage growth from special high-class individuals.
管理する人間の数が増えれば、 感情よりも数字や結果を重視した方が効率が良くなる。これは知ってるな。
As the number of people you manage increases, it becomes more efficient to value things like statistics and results over emotion. Do you understand at least this much? This is not how humans work! Humans don't work on statistics and the products they make. Humans are living beings. They change with time. They don't work like machines. They don't work like a calculation. You can predict how humans may react, but you can never have an accurate enough number to resemble how all humans would react to anything. This is just wrong. I nodded. Really?
だが我々はいつも惑わされる。情けをこう人の姿に、涙して誠意を示すその表情に、あるいは妹のために昼夜努力するその一枚の絵に、私たちは判断を間違える。
But we are always led astray. The figure of someone begging for mercy. The expression of someone shedding tears in pure sincerity. Or perhaps a picture that a girl is working on around the clock for the sake of her sister. They all invite lapses in judgment. But this is what a human is. Not all humans are absolutely self-centered, and the most special humans are those who put the worth of others above their own. I know that feeling. I know that feeling way too well. That's why I had to give up. That's why I ceased all contact, so that she wouldn't have to see what becomes of me. What is it that you want to say?
許すなと言っているのだ。
I am telling you not to give in to it.
貴様は甘い。期日までに結果を出さなかった人間に対して抜け道を用意していた貴様は甘い。
You are too soft. A person who exploits loopholes in order to aid someone who can't produce results on their own is too soft.
そんなことではいつまで経っても一度に複数の人間を監督できない。
If you continue like this, you will never be able to supervise more than one person at a time.
だから今すぐにお前が情けをかけている光弘の腕を折り、貴様の信奉する意志の脆弱性を見せつけてやろうというのだ。
And that is why, as soon as possible, I will break this arm that you have shown so much compassion for the purposes of demonstrating just how fragile this thing called will that you have chosen to believe in is.
精神が体という枠を超えることなど決してないという事実を理解させてやる。
I will demonstrate to you the unshakable truth that the spirit can never overcome the limitations of the flesh. Wow! This is basically anime logic in reverse. Most animes I watched always show us how pure spirit and willpower can overcome every limitation. This is what almost every single anime shows us. Almost everything, because there are some fucked up animes. But the pure majority of anime shows us how spirit and will can overcome anything. And now this dude shows up and wants to break everything down.
Moritaよ、一時的なものとはいえ、暴力ほど効率のいい指導はこの世に存在しないぞ。
Morita, though it may be only a temporary solution, there's no more effective means of management than violence. Wow, you would be someone who violently abuse a child when he does something wrong. I'm really happy that Mana can still smile after 2 days with you. Wow, please never have kids. They would have a horrible life. If I get the opportunity to kill that son of a gun, I will do it. If nothing else happens. I try to kill him if I get the opportunity, if he doesn't change this behavior. Well, that would prove his point, wouldn't it? God damn it! When he said that, go right ahead. Did Sachi say that? Those words came from Sachi's mouth.
左腕があるからさ。
I have a left arm. Sachi said it casually, without bothering to pause. But Hoizuki seemed to have predicted this response. He continued calmly.
では左腕も折ろう。
Then I shall simply break your left arm as well.
口もあるけど。
I have a mouth too, you know? Wow! Is he now threatening her to smash her face in?
喉を潰し、唇を針で縫う。
Are you fucking nuts? Okay, that does it. This bastard dies. This is just inhumane. I will crush your throat and sew your lips shut.
じゃあ足かな。
What? Wait, what is the throat? Is this the throat? If you crush the throat of a person, can a person even breathe anymore? Or did he wanted to say that he wanted to break this area and sew this shut? Then I'll use my feet. And I think he will say that he breaks her legs as well.
お前が諦めるまで、私は何度でも肉体的な苦痛を味合わせてやる。
I will let you taste as many physical torments as necessary until you give up.
あ、そう。
It's nice. What the fuck is happening here? I can't get my shit together right now and they are just... This is actually me watching an anime and some very confusing shit is going down.
実際に痛みがないから余裕でいられるのだ。
You can only say that now because you are not currently in pain.
そうかもね。本気でやられたら泣いちゃうかも。
It's true. I might start crying if you really do it.
今はいい。妹の前だ。かっこつけることができる。だが時間を置いてじっくりと痛めつければ、どんな人間も体に正直になる。
Yes, you are certainly just fine right now. You are in front of your sister. You can act tough. But anyone will become obedient to their own body after knowing pain for a time.
かもね。諦めちゃうかもね。私ってサボり癖あるから。
Maybe. I might just give up. I do have a habit of slacking off after all.
その過程をお前の愛する森田の成長のために見せてやる気はないか。
What? Would you mind demonstrating that process for the sake of your beloved Morita's growth? What process? Of giving up?
遠慮しとく。ケンイチも見たくないと思うし。
I pass. I don't think Kenichi wants to see it either. Sir, leave it at that. I gripped his wrist even harder. I'm currently in charge of Sachi's supervision. Even if I'm undergoing an examination, you do not have the right to treat Sachi in this manner.
その通り、よく言った。最初からそのように私を止めるべきだったのだ。
Are you fucking kidding me? Indeed, well said. You should have said that earlier, Morita. Wow! Fucking finally that resolves! Oh god! I loosened my grip. I released my hand. But I suddenly found myself staring up at the night sky, feeling a little dizzy. Ugh. A violent impact went through my back before I had a chance to think.
やはり甘い。
Like I said, too soft.
許すなと言ったそばから憎き私を解放する。
Right after I tell you not to give in to your emotions, you allow an abominable person like me to act freely. I looked this up now. I am not quite sure what it means, but... Wait, how is it? Abominable... Wait, did I... Oh! There we go. Oh god! Wow, this is exactly what I... Right after I tell you not to give up into your emotions, you allow an horrible, terrible, appalling, ghastly, dreadful, atrocious, horrendous, cruel, horrific, shocking, grisly, awful, excruciating, abominable, dreadfully abysmal person like me to act freely. Freely, I mean. I scrambled to my feet and glared at Mizuki.
明朝9時、口座を確認した上でここに戻ってくる。入金がなければそのまま少女を連行する。
Tomorrow at 9 a.m., I will check the account and return her. If the money is not there, I will take the girl and leave. He left without turning back. I couldn't take my eyes off of him until he disappeared. I was unable to discern what he was thinking, even now. But as a result, my impudence had gone unpunished. Both Sachi and Mana were safe.
Kenichi, 大丈夫?
Kenichi, are you okay? Don't worry about me. Sorry for causing trouble. Yes, the one who should be worried about what we should be worried about was...
お姉ちゃん。マナ、私、あんたになんて謝ればいいか。
Mana, how can I ever apologize? But seriously, who would break so many bones in her body just to prove a point? Was this really all just a ruse to let him stand up and say that he couldn't do it even if he wanted to, because this would go out of his authority?
お姉ちゃん、今はそんなこと言ってる時じゃないんでしょ。
Oni-chan, we don't have time to be talking about this, right?
そうだね。謝るのは絵を完成させてから。
You're right. Apologizing can wait until after I finish this painting. She resisted the urge to embrace Mana immediately and returned to her canvas once more. Sachi's final challenge had begun. There were no clouds to dampen the light of the moon. The music is on point. The temperature had fallen, and the cries of the insects seemed to cool the atmosphere even further. Amid this scenery, Sachi worked both of her hands without pause. Trails of color briefly sparkled in the air where Sachi waved her brush. Her movements were precise to the point of absurdity. She manipulated the colors on the canvas like she was wetting a needle. Mana stood nearby, watching nothing but Sachi's face. Mana looked very surprised. Is this really Sachi? Her very body seemed to be screaming that question. Oh, the music is just so... Oh, hopefully it's not copyrighted. The Sachi that Mana had wanted was sitting right in front of her. Mana had always said that she would do anything for her sister, smiling the entire time. She had always gone along with Sachi's selfishness. She had worn her hand-me-downs. She had watched her gamble. But through it all, she had always tried to get Sachi to pain. Is she crying now? And she had finally obtained that. Oh no, please don't cry. She showed us her tears for the first time.
お姉ちゃん。お姉ちゃん。ごめんね。邪魔してごめんね。こんなそばで泣いて。
I can't do it justice. Mana says, I'm sorry for disturbing you like this. I'm sorry for crying like this.
でも、まだ、嬉しいよ。嬉しいんだよ。
But I'm so happy. I'm just so happy.
ずっと、お姉ちゃんのそばで、
I want to watch you paint like this forever. Sachi just kind of sighed. Oh my god, this picture! Oh, it's so cool! Then she held out her hand and so very gently cupped it to Mana's cheek. Mana's tears fell onto Sachi's hand, mixing with the paint on it, which is invisible on the... And it was that combination that dripped down Mana's neck.
ずっとここにいてね。
Stay with me, okay? An exceedingly brilliant smile bloomed from her haggard face. Even if time were to run out, even if Mana were to leave this place, this moment would be etched into their memories. For all eternity.
よく顔見せて。
Let me see your face now.
よく今まで頑張ってきたね。
You did really well all this time.
この小さな顔が私を見捨てずに辛抱強く待っててくれたんだね。
This is the face. It's been waiting for me this whole time, isn't it?
初めて会った時さ、可愛いなーって思ってたんだよ。
I thought you were cute when I first met you.
こんな子と一緒に住んだら楽しいかもなーって。
I thought that it might be fun living with a kid like you.
本当にペットを飼う感覚だったみたいだね。ごめんね。助けられてるのは私の方だったの。
I was treating you more like a pet. I'm sorry. You ended up taking care of me instead.
そんなこと。そんなことないよ。
Mana says that's not true.
そっか。そんな顔して泣くんだね。
You see? So this is what you look like when you cry. 私にひどいこと言われてもずっと我慢してたんだもんね。 You endured all of the awful things I said. I really envy voice actors who can perform so great.
やっとあんたの本当の泣き顔見れたよ。
And now I finally get to see your crying face.
お姉ちゃん。ありがとう。おかげで最後のイメージが浮かんだよ。
Thank you. I've been able to decide on the final image with your help.
この絵、マナって言うんだよ。
The name of this picture is Mana.
だから何があっても最高の作品にしてあげる。
So, no matter what happens, this will be my best piece ever.
少しだけ待っててね。今まで散々待たせたけど、あと少しだけ待っててね。
Wait, just a little bit more. I know I've made you wait all this time, but hold out just a little more.
あと少しだけ。
Just a little more. And then Sachi resumed her coloring. She didn't hesitate even one bit. She had already gone past her limit. I could tell just by looking at her. Her feet were unsteady. Her left arm wouldn't stop trembling. Her breathing was so ragged that that it made her shoulders heave. Her sharp eyes would lose focus here and there. But even so, her brush strokes were somehow as accurate as ever. The waltz of her fingertips was incomprehensibly beautiful. Before I realized it, I was on my knees, watching Sachi together with Mana. Our hands were linked. We were probably trying to prostrate ourselves before the dignity of a true artist. We were probably trying to transmit our hopes to Sachi's sunburned, sweat-drenched body. Oh, she has a sunburn? Oh, that shit, your skin never forgets a sunburn. Oh, it's one of the worst things. Oh. Without shame or honor. As Mizuki had pointed out, there was no way that her painting would be worth such an amount, even if she finished it today. But that wasn't why she had painted it to begin with. This girl wasn't desperate for something like that. One-chan, you can do it. She put everything she had into this painting in order to live up to that girl's innocent expectations. Even if there were only 24 hours in a day. Even if she had been given only half of that time. Even if she had lived a depraved life plagued by nightmares. I'm weak. That wasn't true. I'm so weak. That simply wasn't true. Don't lose to some stupid obligation. Don't surrender to the warped rules that this society has forced upon you. You are strong. Mitsuhiro Sachi is incredibly strong. There was nothing that someone like me could teach her. All that was left for me was to request that in return for the prodigious effort of this girl, who was earnestly painting the symbol of justice, to request that she obtain happiness. Dots. Dot. More dots. Morning had come. The sky to the east glowed with the illumination of the morning sun. The sunflowers cast powerful shadows upon the field. Sachi crumpled to the ground, white as she was about to turn around. Sachi! I supported her immediately. The time was 8 a.m. I took a look at the painting. Mana stood in the middle of a pastel field of sunflowers, smiling broadly. The red and green sunflowers bent toward Mana, offering their leaves to her as a blessing. Overall, it seemed very gentle. I could really understand how Sachi felt about Mana. Really? Did he said before that nobody can truly say that? An amateur such as myself couldn't say anything else about it. But a single tear slid down my face. Amazing. I gasped at the sight. I was reduced to sheer awe of the person who had been able to create this. It was a masterpiece that came straight from Sachi's heart. Kenichi, when did you get up? Huh?
ケンイチね、ちょっと倒れてたんだよ。
You collapsed for a bit. What? No way. I don't remember that at all.
いや、30分くらいかな。白目向いてたよ。
No, really. It was for about 30 minutes. Your eyes were all rolled back into your head. Really? I couldn't recall something like that happening, but I hadn't gotten any sleep in the past few days, so I suppose it wasn't entirely out of the question. Anyway, congratulations, Sachi. Wait, did he send the money over? Her response was indifferent. She must have exhausted all of her energy. Isn't this great, Mana? You get to see Sachi's ultimate masterpiece.
いい思い出ができたよ。
Yep, it'll make for some good memories. See, Sachi, you really can do it if you just try. Damn it, you made me worry this whole time. I slapped her on the back. Come on, you need to straighten up. You feel like a jellyfish. What do you expect?
いや、なんか全然力が入らなくてさ。
I just can't seem to put any power into my body. Is that so? I'll piggyback you back to the room again then. I'll send in the application to cancel your obligation too. You'll be as free as a bird in no time.
私、自由なの？なんで？
Free? Me? Why? Why? Well, this probably sounds pretty bad, but it's because you are painting for money. You'll be able to make even more money with a 24-hour day, yeah? It's no problem to get an obligation that's subject to a monetary pardon absolved if you can present them with reasoning like that.
そっか。私、これで自由になれるんだね。なんか、申し訳ない。
I see. I'll be free after this. I feel kind of bad about it. No, not at all. You did well. You were even more amazing than I was doing my training.
そうかな。
You think so? ... Sachi and Mana must have been really tired, since they weren't even trying to follow along with me. Really? Really though? Alright, from now on, this painting belongs to Morita-sama. Maybe I'll frame it. I took out my cell phone.
お金を振り込むの？
You're going to transfer the money? Yep, just hold your horses.
待って。
Wait. Ah, hello, Mr. President. You sound as young as ever. Me? Oh, I'm just watching the Earth totter on the edge of destruction, as usual, I suppose.
ケンイチ。
Well, I'm the manager without common sense, you know? I've never even worn a suit. My stockholders literally sighed in relief as soon as I announced that I was stepping down.
ねえ、ケンイチ。
Anyways, I'm counting on you. Yeah, that stock we were talking about. Yeah, that one. Sorry for making you prepare that much all of a sudden.
ケンイチ、聞いて。
Kenichi, listen to me! I don't want to hear it. Oh, God. Totally wrong emphasis. I don't want to hear it. I hung up the cell phone. I can tell what's going on by looking at your faces. Mana shook her head softly.
え、できてないんだよ。
The picture isn't finished. Wait, what? She pointed to the painting without malice.
ここね、色にムラがあるでしょ？あとね、ここね。まだ色が乾いてないからわからないけど、もうちょっと塗り足さなきゃダメなの。
The color here is uneven, and over here, you can't tell because it's not dry yet, but it needs more color added.
それからね、ここのひまわりはもっと伸び伸びとした感じが出てなきゃいまいちなんだよね。
Also, the sunflower here needs to extend out just a little more.
それからね。
And here, and here. They are screwing with me, right? I couldn't understand her. Do you have any idea what you are saying? Oh god, that almost hurt my throat.
お姉ちゃんはね、全然ダメだったってことだよ。
I'm saying that One-chan didn't do a good enough job. What did you say?
お姉ちゃんね、もうギブアップなんだって。ね、お姉ちゃん。
One-chan said that she gives up. Right, One-chan? Sachi looked at me, her face as pale as a ghost.
動かないの、腕が。
My arm, it won't move anymore.
だから左腕で書けばってマナは言ったんだけどね。そしたらお姉ちゃん本気で書き始めて。
So I told her to try using her left arm. So then she started painting again.
ミスってちょっと色を濁らせちゃったの。
And I made a mistake and messed up the colors.
そんなの無理に決まってるんだよ。あのほおずきって人の言った通りだよ。体が思うように動かなきゃどんなことだって無理なんだよ。
There's no way she could have done it. That Hozuki guy was right. If your body doesn't do what you want it to, it's impossible. Are you fucking kidding me right now? I know what you're, well, I don't know what you're thinking. I only think what you could think. And I mean, I should have cried so much through at least half an hour by now, but I don't know, sometimes I'm just empty like that. I can only really revert anger, and even if I want to cry, for some reason sometimes I just can't. I would have loved to, but this is just... everything's currently pushing me very hard here.
お姉ちゃん、焦って何度も書き直し始めたの。そういうのが一番良くないのに、どんどんドツボにはまっていっちゃったの。
Oni-chan got all panicked and started redoing it over and over. But that's the worst thing you can do. She just kept making things worse.
マナがね、何度ももういいからって。
Oh, now they are both crying. I told her that she had done enough.
もういいからって。もういいからって。マナは何度も止めたんだよ。
It's enough. It's enough. I tried to stop her over and over.
でもね、お姉ちゃんはずっと諦めなかったんだよ。
But Oni-chan never gave up.
マナのお姉ちゃんはすごいんだよ。
Anna's sister is really amazing.
すごかったんだよ。
Really amazing. She was on the verge of sobbing. Sachi's severe little coach was angry on the outside, but crying on the inside.
でもダメなの。
But it was no good, said Mana.
この絵はまだまだできてないの。
Mana says this picture is nowhere near finished.
だからケンイチもこれを買っちゃダメなんだよ。
That's why you can't buy it, Kenichi, she said. I want Sachi to go even further. I want Sachi to become an even more amazing artist in the future. That was why she shouted. That was why she shouted.
マナ、
I'm not satisfied with this picture at all, Mana said. Her heart almost burst out of her chest. But I refused to acknowledge that. Sachi, listen. I don't really know much about painting, but this piece is wonderful. It's worth it to me. Mana shouted no. Okay, I'm going to buy it. Mana's life is hanging in the balance here. Mana frowned at me.
マナ、いいもん。マナの故郷の王国でもっといい暮らしするんだもん。
I'll be fine. I'll have an even better life in my home kingdom as a maiden sex slave. Great.
こんな田舎のマナのこと変な目で見る人がたくさんいるところなんて嫌だったんだもん。
I've had enough of this country where everyone always gives Mana all these weird looks. I can't stand it.
毎日お洗濯とかして学園にも行けなくてお友達もいないのがつまんないんだよ。
Washing clothes every day, not going to school, not having any friends. It's so boring.
お姉ちゃんのわがまま服のもお下がりの服もこんなの。
Listening to Onichan's selfishness, wearing her hand-me-down clothes, and everything. I couldn't bear to listen to anymore. Sachi, don't just stand there. Mana's just gotten a little wild up. I don't know what she told you, but please just listen to what I have to say. Tell me that it's completed.
ケイジ、ダメだよ。
Kenichi, stop! Tell me to buy this picture.
お姉ちゃんは頑張りが足りなかったんだよ。ケイジが時間を伸ばしてもできなかったんだよ。だから甘やかしたらダメなんだよ。
It's not like I'm not moved by that they don't want me to pay for that, but come on! This is a little bit pushing it. He would fail. He would fail his special high class exam. Oni-chan didn't try it hard enough. She couldn't even do it after you extended her time. You shouldn't spoil her. She was starting to piss me off. Mana! Do you understand just what it is that you are saying? If I don't pay the money, you won't be able to be with your sister ever again. You'll be abandoning Sachi. I don't know if you are just parroting crap you read in that novel or whatever, but stop trying to reduce this to a matter of black and white.
違うもん。マナが自分で考えたんだもん。
You're wrong. I'm thinking for myself. Mana. I forced my face into the most menacing expression I was capable of making. Stop this at once! You are but a child!
ケイジこそマナのお姉ちゃんにとやかく言わないで。
Oh god, that was a little bit too much there. No, you are the one who should stop trying to meddle with Oni-chan. She hadn't been intimidated? Mana, you are not normal. There's no way that someone like you can exist. Did she know how many people had trembled before this expression? This has nothing to do with you. Why did she continue to oppose me after I had demonstrated true anger? Wow, Okay, I didn't emphasize that enough. I'm really getting the feeling. My sister is much more amazing than you think she is. Where was she hiding all of that courage? You can wound a person by being too nice. She was trying to lecture me? Phew. Did she punch him? Was the coup a punch from that little girl? Sachi won't become a failure just because I'm not around. My sister isn't that weak of a person. Ridiculous! Sachi, say something. Stop crying. Think about this seriously. Mana is saying that she's going to leave. You're going to lose the little sister you've cherished so much. Sachi held her hand against her chest and tried to settle her breathing. What? You really are the kind of guy who pulls through in the end, huh? Dot? Are you kidding me? But I can't accept that sort of kindness. What? Something broke inside of me. These two idiots. Someone needs to teach them a lesson. But these two idiots. Someone needs to praise them. Sachi's weak voice halted my interlocking lines of thought. We talked about it together and made a decision. You got angry with her, just like you are now, but she wouldn't listen at all. I guess that's to be expected, huh? Painting is the one thing she never compromised on after all. Can't expect her to let me off now. Let me off now. And you're okay with that? Sachi took a deep breath. There's no way I'm okay with it! It's frustrating beyond belief.
悲しいけど
It's tearing me up inside.
どうしようもないのよ
But there's nothing I can do about it. I see.
ケイチ、お姉ちゃんお願いするよ
Kenichi, take good care of Oni-chan. I fell to my knees. I just can't win against you guys. A girl as smart and brave as Mana just might have been able to keep on living, no matter what country she was in, and even if she was about to become a maiden sex slave. I could no longer buy this painting. This was outside the realm of people like special high-class individuals.
ありがとうお姉ちゃんまだまだ頑張んなきゃダメなんだよ
Oni-chan, you have to work even harder from now on.
私頑張るよ
Yeah, I will.
お姉ちゃんならきっともっとすごい絵が描けるよ
I'm sure my Oni-chan will be able to paint something even more amazing. It was already 9 a.m.
じゃあねお姉ちゃん
9 a.m. was the deadline. Bye, Oni-chan. Mana would be leaving soon.
マナねお姉ちゃんにいっぱいお礼言わなきゃ
I have a lot to thank you for.
お礼
Thank?
拾ってくれてありがと
Thanks for picking me up.
う一緒に暮らしててすっごい楽しかった
I had a lot of fun living with you.
私もだよ
Me too, Mana. Me too.
鍾乳石ありがとうね大事にするよ
What? Thanks for the stalactite. I treasure it.
あれは大したもんじゃないからさ
You don't need to thank me for that.
マナのベッド作ってくれてありがとうね
Thanks for making that bed for me.
本当にあんたは押し入れが好きなんだから
You really did love that closet after all.
あんまりパソコンやってると目を悪くするんだよ
Oh, and don't use the computer too much. Your eyes will go bad. That's a lie and you know it. Well, I shouldn't be talking. I mean, I wear thick glasses, but it can't be because of the TV. No. I think it was scientifically proven that the eyes do not go bad because of that. I mean, they didn't got worse in years now. So I think they can't go any worse now. Well, they can go worse when I get older, but that's old sight then.
分かってるってもうしないよ
Alright, I'll be sure not to.
ありがとうね
Thank you.
私も
Me too.
私もお姉ちゃん
Sachi's shoulders began to tremble.
こんなのってないよやだよ
It's too much. No. No.
やだ
Mana, no, I don't want this, says Sachi.
お願いお願いだから
Please, Mana, I'm begging you, says Sachi.
私、マナが大好きなんだよ。
I love you, Mana! Sachi's shout flew far off into the blue summer sky.
マナも、お姉ちゃんが大好きだよ。
I love you too, Nei-chan.
だったらさ、ね、お願いだから今回だけでも。
Then
マナのお姉ちゃんはすごいんだよ。
Then please, just this once, said Sachi, and Mana responded, My sister is amazing. Sachi's mood changed completely. Trip? Just this once trip? She muttered something. Have a safe trip, I guess. Oh, there it was. Sorry, I was...
いってらっしゃい。
Have a safe trip. She sent her younger sister off with a tap on her shoulder.
でも、すぐに帰ってくるんだよ。
But I want you to come back as soon as you can, okay? Said Sachi.
私、超ビッグな画家になって、あんたをまたこっちに呼び戻してやるからね。
I'll become a super big-time painter and call you back home, alright?
はーい。
Alright.
マナはいっつも元気だね。
You're looking pretty energetic.
お姉ちゃんほどじゃないよ。
Not as much as you, though. They smiled at each other. They smiled brightly at each other in order to praise each other's strength. I felt like I had learned something. The person who had been trained to supervise people bearing obligations had become their student. I understood the strength of sisters. I understood that love could be severe, yet gentle. I let out a huge sigh. Sunlight continued to fall upon the sunflower field from the boundless sky. A chorus of cicadas reached my ears, carried along with the vague warmth of the mountain wind. Midsummer was right around the corner. A lot of dots. Mizuki took Mana and left town. Sachi broke down as soon as Mana vanished into the horizon. Tears poured from her eyes like a waterfall, leaving the ground beneath her damp. She eventually collapsed by the roadside, coughing without end. She had hit her limit. I carried her back to the room. After that, we both fell asleep. I had my first smoke in a while. Phew, I need to get to work on that application as soon as I finish this. Gotta be careful not to write some weird shit while I'm high. I stretched. I wonder if it'll be accepted. Well, as you know, Sachi worked pretty damn hard. I gotta get her obligation cancelled, no matter what. I heard a footstep on the gravel behind me.
またブツブツ言ってるし。
Out here, muttering to yourself again, I see. Oh, you're awake already? I put out my pipe.
まだちょっと気分悪いけどね。
Yeah, I still feel pretty terrible though. Maybe you let your guard down and your cold came back?
かもね。しんど。
Maybe. Oh, I'm freaking tired. She yawned languidly.
ケンイチはそろそろ他の人の担当になっちゃうんでしょ？
Oh god, my throat is totally fucked right now. You're going to be supervising someone else soon, aren't you? Probably.
じゃあ、しばらく会えないね。
Then I won't be seeing you for a while.
浮気とかしないでよ。
Don't cheat on me. I told you already. I'm not capable of something like that.
信じてるって。ちょっとからかっただけだよ。
I believe you. I was just playing around. Really? Sorry, I'm still not good with the subtleties of this stuff.
私のケンイチだ。
It's my Kenichi. You look pretty happy.
でも、浮かれてる場合じゃないね。
Well, I guess I shouldn't be getting all worked up right now. She suddenly leveled a serious expression at me. Well, I'll still be in town so you can see me anytime.
いや、今度は私が忙しいから。
No, I'm going to be pretty busy from now on. I see. Sachi started walking slowly.
今までどうもありがとう。
Thanks for everything. Good luck. My wave was met with a smile.
さーて、今日もピリッと頑張るぞーっと。
Seriously? You just awoke from almost a coma. Well then, today I'm gonna give it my all at full power! She was holding the bag full of painting supplies. She walked in the direction of the setting sun, holding Mana's present tightly. I watched her until she vanished from sight. ... You can't be seriously. This is it. Why does this say sin? Okay, so this was... Wait, this was chapter 2, right? Chapter 1 was the... Oh, is this chapter 1? Wait, the prologue? Was this chapter 1 or chapter 2? I'm not sure. Joke? Okay, who is Joke or what is meant by that? Anyway, okay, my thoughts. My thoughts on this. Great story, I would say. I mean, it would be wrong of me not to say it. I know that. It was a very entangling story. It was a little bit drawn out here and there. Okay. Kenichi? What the hell is this? I slammed both of my hands onto Hoizuki Masaumi's desk. My head threatened to split, such was my anger.
いい報告書だ。私から推薦文を書いておくとしよう。
A fine report. I will be sending my recommendation as well. Hoizuki coolly looked over my report.
光弘幸は晴れて自由の身だ。
Mitsuhiro Sachi will be freed from her obligation. Why is he angry? I'm not talking about that!
詳しく聞こう。
Then explain yourself. You little... My heart was beating like crazy. I thought it was odd from the start. I know what's happening. He set this whole thing up. He set this whole thing up for me to succeed. Mana was never really in trouble. I bet that's what's going on here. And that's, I don't know, I'm not sure if I said it, but that felt strange to me too. I couldn't believe really that it was a coincidence. But I don't know if I said it at any point in the story. But I guess that's what's happening here. Mana started looking a bit strange after we came back from the cave. And then I found out that some ambassador from a foreign country was planning to buy her. That explanation is total bullshit.
ここに王室直筆の契約書類がある。
I have the contract right here. As you can see, it was signed by the royal family. Or what? He pointed to some form on his desk. It certainly seemed to be genuine. But furthermore, wasn't Mana's price raised at one point? It's suspicious. I don't care how unstable the government is. Paying that much for a single girl is simply unbelievable. I thought it was weird, so I took the liberty of checking out the bank account you had told me about. Only to find that you were the director of the bank in question. Don't you think that's a bit of a coincidence?
私が取引を仲介しているのだ。不自然なことなど何もない。
I was the one mediating the deal. There's nothing strange about it. There are other points of concern as well. Just where did that ambassador disappear to? And why did he come to a town as remote as this one to begin with? How did he manage to track down Mana so quickly and easily? Doesn't this sound the least bit off to you?
大使は私の知人だ。私に会いに来た。ついでに町を案内したところ、例の少女に出くわし、亡き国王の娘に面影が似ていると絶賛した。それだけのことだが。
He was a friend of mine who had come to this town to meet me. While I was guiding him around town, we came across the girl you are speaking of. He spoke highly of her, mentioning her resemblance to the king's deceased daughter. That's all there is to it. And I'm telling you, that's way too convenient of an explanation. I'm almost throwing up here. It made me dizzy. Here's what I think. You found a suitable foreigner living in this town, brought him here, and then set it up so that I would eavesdrop on you. You said it yourself. This situation was a chance for me. Well, I fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. I thought it was the perfect chance to get Sachi to start painting again. Why I should be thanking you. It was a perfect chance to start painting. Why I should be thanking you. Why I should be thanking you. Okay, now I get it. Yeah, thanks to you, Sachi has really grown as a person.
問題ないではないか。
Then, what is your complaint? You played around with their lives like that, and you're telling me that you don't know why I'm complaining?
何かを得るには何かを失わなければならない。
Great sacrifice begets great accomplishment. Don't give me that!
マナという少女には戸籍もなく、何ら社会的保障もない。かの少女は教育も受けられず、あのままでは社会に貢献できなかったのだ。
Mana was a girl with no family register and no social standing. If she had continued to live without receiving education, she would have been unable to contribute to society.
私がこの申請書が素晴らしいというのは、そんな無価値な人間が姉の将来を憂い、自ら犠牲になった点だ。
What I found so magnificent about your report was the fact that a valueless human being managed to show such concern over her sister's future and became a sacrifice of her own volition. Magnificent?
そう、もはや光弘に怠惰は許されない。絵で金を貯めて大切な妹を取り戻すのだ。
Indeed. Now Mitsuhiro can no longer afford to be lazy. She will struggle to regain her precious younger sister by earning money from painting. His tone was bombastic.
それをマスコミは拾い上げるぞ。裏若い容姿のいい少女が懸命に妹のために絵を描くのだ。しかも過去に盗作まがいの傷を負っているというドラマ性もある。
The media will eat it up. A young, beautiful girl who gives it her all in order to help her younger sister. Why we even have the dramatic aspect, considering her trauma in the past.
世間は感動し、光弘の絵は実力以上に評価されることだろうな。
The world will be moved by her plight, and so Mitsuhiro's paintings will be worth more than her ability demands.
そう、絵画ブームとやらになるやもしれん。
Indeed. Perhaps we will even enter a painting boom. He was smiling.
その経済効果を読んで、素晴らしいと褒めたたえているのだよ。
So yes, I am lauding an event that can have such an effect on the economy as magnificent. Sky. I was astonished.
森田よ、特別高等人とは社会の権下だと知れ。
Monitor, you must learn that special high-class individuals are society incarnate.
一手先、二手先なら誰でも読める。だが、我々は常に社会を監視し、対局を推察しなければならない。
Anyone can read one or two moves ahead. However, we are charged with predicting the entire flow of an entire society.
病人がいなければ医者は失業する。戦争がなければ軍人は解散する。罪人がいなければ特別高等人も必要ない。
Without patience, doctors lose their jobs. Without war, soldiers are discharged. Without criminals, special high-class individuals are unnecessary.
私のような憎らしい悪役が、光弘のように日向を行く人間を突き動かす。
Detestable villains such as myself, unnecessary to urge those who reach toward the sun, such as Mitsuhiro, into action.
万物は流転する。そこに多少の善悪があろうとも、今日も太陽は東から昇ってくる。
Life is a series of vicissitudes, and regardless of how much good or evil there is in the world, the sun will continue to rise from the east. Is this a speech about the... How is it called? I forgot how this was called. I know it. It's... God, it's a saying, and I can't get it right now. Maybe I'm too tired for this right now. Because it's pretty late, I didn't had a lot of sleep, and I'm recording for over 2.5 hours right now. But first of all, I want to know what vicissitudes means. There we go. Wait, what? Vagaries. vicissitudes. Eh? Vicissitudes. It's a weird word. Good or evil there is in the world. That's oh man, I really tried to get the saying, but I just can't remember it. It's something about the means gratify the needs or something. Wait, the needs, the means the needs justify the means or something like that. So the thing he did justifies his existence and what he did all over. Or something like that. Ah, it's so bad that I can't get this right.
それはまるで車輪のように。
So you see, everything is like a wheel. I spoke up. You know, in those sci-fi novels I read, the wheel is a form of torture device. ... You should be more mindful of the humans who get stuck under that wheel of yours. I stared straight into Hoizuki's cold eyes. Don't take people too lightly. That was what I had learned while looking after Mana and Sachi. You do well to remember that. He knows that he is talking to a man who shot one of his partners in the head for being too late and killed them. This is the thing that I don't get. How can Kenichi be so vicious about this when this very man killed someone for being too late, and he is so forgiving to Kenichi? He forgave him so many faux pas in the whole time he was with Sachi. And he even responds to this quite nice still. And now and Kenichi's even threatening him to be careful, not to underestimate people. And he says it to a man who shot one of his fellow cadets, partners, whatever. She was also a special high-class individual in training and got shot in the head in the very beginning of this. And I still remember this. This is a vicious man, and he can really stand up to him like that? ... Alright, that's it. That was... The child is father of the man? Okay, let's save. We finished this up. I save this here. Alright, good. I'm not gonna leave this right here. I don't know if I will split it up to part yet. It will most likely be 3 parts instead of 1 full-fledged part, for the sake of not having too much at once to take in, like I did and like it was yesterday. But still, oh God, I don't know what to think right now. Maybe I'm too sleep deprived to really make a fair judgment about this. As I said, a few parts felt a little bit stretched out to me, but all in all, this was a very enticing story. But the biggest impact had the beginning, with the girl who got shot in the face, and now this ending that showed that Kenichi seems to have some pretty big balls to stand up to a man who shot someone for being late. And who really looked over all his faux pas. And who seems to be so caring about him. And now he even threatened him. I don't see this end very well for him. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. Please comment with me and talk to me in some way about this. And clarify if I got anything wrong or if I should remember anything important. And please have a wonderful day. So, without further ado, stay tuned for more in the future.